Side is Grayhound bring the pace.
Well, they're bringing the pace indeed. Straight out on the upper side. Julie's going to be able to stand in the leader. Snacks just farming up. Going to be able to almost find that fourth one. And Liaz has to do it in the 1-on-3 with no HP. He's in the grave already. No shot, no chance. And ORKS straight.
Dual Berettas happened.
All right. Sick. I just looked away for 1 second. I think Grayhound, if they don't end up winning this map at least, like, ORKS lost their last 6 nukes. They actually only won 2. They won 2 nukes that they played at the qualifier for Pro League, really. They've lost every single one since then, and it hasn't really even been that close for most of the time.
I can flip that back, Yanko, because Grayhound, the last time that this core beat a EU team on Nuke was 2021 when they were under Renegade. So, you know, it's not been very good. They beat the Mongols. They beat a Brazilian team this year, but otherwise, the only teams Grayhound have beaten on Nuke have been domestically Vertex and the likes. So up against upper opposition, it has been a troubling time. But Grayhound have been leading to play this map a lot. We see it often come through as their pick in places like the play-ins when they come to Europe, Katowice and Colognes.
I think the only way ORKS win this game is if they get like 11, 12 rounds on CT side. You know, if they just overpower Grayhound really individually. I wouldn't expect them, just based off of the results, to have a lot of depth on the T side and be able to mass rounds on the T side. So these early rounds are going to be really important for Grayhound to break the momentum for ORKS.
Oh, missed hut roof molly. Not ideal here. Grayhound just run amok outside though. Alistair gets the secret. He's hanging around for a kill. ORKS will not give away anything. One smoke not thrown on purpose so Grayhound can try and find fight. Man, they've made some serious space in this round, but you know ORKS have heard this drop.
A lot of yard control. We'll see if Sicko can keep on dominating this heaven and hell position, making his way all the way through. A little bit of noise could have been made with that jump up onto the fence there. HS, he was aware that that was a possibility, and the wallbang with the MP9. He's going to be able to clean one up. Milky goes 1 for 1 down on the lower side, and Liaz still lurking here in pre-lobby. Can he pick the timing to move? He's let him shift through all the way towards that ramp side and might just come down the vent late, as you're used to seeing. And ORKS all grouped up on ramp. So we will see if they can make this retake happen.
Yeah, they don't know about this lurk, but it's not the end of the world, as you said. Liaz has options later. It just means his team can't afford to die too soon in the bomb site. Alistair fighting behind that smoke. Doesn't need to overcommit here. Grayhound have that clock ticking quick in their favor. Miss spray ends here in time, though, and with that door half off, there's no way back in for ORKS. They're just jumping through Liaz in time down the vent, and that's the first round for Grayhound.
Getting loud and
proud.
I mean, they have to. They have to. You have to start getting some energy in there. You know, you have to start playing. To be honest, it would be really embarrassing for them to lose to ORKS, who are just a team that got together a month ago. A couple of players that we barely even heard of, to be honest, when it comes to Tier 1, Tier 2 Counter-Strike. I mean, at the very least, Grayhound sure not finding a lot of wins, but they've been to these tournaments time and time again. You're hoping they're getting better, gaining experience, you know.
Well, see if Milky can strike here, getting aggressive over towards Trophy as well, going for the full-on swing, and Vexlight not ready for a wide one there at all. Man disadvantage for Grayhound. Let's see what they can do in the 4v5. Now the smoke's coming through. HS playing from credit, and goes for the spray as that smoke blooms. But takes more than he gives. The nade a little bit off the mark there. A few meters too high. And Snacks, in the meanwhile, finds a nice timing to pressure into lobby. Goes all the way to T-Roof with a sneaky fast move. And there's util in hand as Inns at least gets one bit of util out. But now Grayhound in a more precarious position than ever. Molly going to alert them to Veggie's position. Good trade from Liaz. 2v4 though. A long way to go. for the Hounds to get back into the rounds.
Yeah, a loose bomb as well. They've got to go back for it later, but there is, danger around every corner, up in heaven, on T roof, down in B. Nowhere is safe right now for Sicko, and what are the chances he clears HS behind this pixel box? He looks the right way and hits the shot. 28 seconds. They can do this. They need to hurry up for that bomb. ORKS are giving them a lot of room right now, and Grayhound don't know.
I don't think it's been seen, though. You can see it's tucked in behind Tetris there. ORKS in a decent position to play for the retake. Given a lot of space, 12 seconds, need to get to site. That T-roof position still has been safe. Milky looking to make his way up the vent, but that time is ticking way too far away. There's the tap, underarmed, right click. It's done so much damage. The guy's so low, and the spray transfer to close. Kicking off the round with that pick onto Vex site, and then closing with the 2K Olymp MVP of the round.
No one even looking, Yanko. No one even gun out.
I guess they were just not expecting him to play immediately.
Up the vent, running outdoor, making noise. So he knew he had a bit of room, completely catches Grayhound off guard, and puts a 3-1 lead on for the ORKS. At least they get the plant. That will facilitate something here in round number 5, but it is not pretty.
Some util to maybe cross it outers. A couple of flashes to assist that as well. Going on that short side towards Mini. And looking just to hug those smokes. Ali with the flash. And they're going to bust through into Annex instead. Ooh, one player on the top of Hut. Hasn't quite heard this bust just yet. It's going to be the trade eventually. But HS doing work from Heaven Vex side. Going to be able to come out with one more. Snacks locking down the Hut side. But it's all down to the timing now. Ali, can he get in on the flank? 13 in the clip, looking to go for the full rotation on that ramp side. 1 on lower for ORKS, 2 on the upper. And there is space to get this one planted on the B side. They've gone to the path of least resistance.
They can stick it if they sneak the whole way, right? But Milky's not in a position right now to stop that bomb plant unless they give him a bit more prior warning. He's still concerned about the vent, about the secret crawl. But will they expect this much room on the B bomb side? Doors open, that's such a nightmare. It might force a clear. Inter's going to have a little look-see and maybe get that stick for single instead. He's cleared it out, but he's also got the bomb. So this is all the risk right now. Now he knows he's got room. Bomb plot will have to come through. Well, they've got a second at least. Oh, the door gets faked out, forcing a replant in a safer position. Retake is on. Surely there's no way for the Hounds.
Swinging together, Ali. Going to try to go for the trade, but it's Ins with the techie in hand. Drops that door and goes at him. Oh, there's going to be enough in the clip to make it happen. Orp now picked up, but the bomb's not planted for him. Has to run out. Knows it could have been stuck there. Big damage, all things considered, but it's another in the bag for the ORKS.
Sorry, Mag.
That's okay.
But it was a nice eco, or I say eco, right? Nice full buy attempt with, the 2 pistols and a 2-on-3.
This is a really important decision now for Grayhound. Do they force again to try and break the economy of ORKS, or do they just half buy, try to call some, set strat, maybe to...
Little hot pop.
Yeah, you need a hot pop or something, but they could maybe win the round, but at least get the plant, and they don't decide to force fully up.
I respect it.
And the money's still on the line for ORKS, so with the pistol round win, which we have seen the Hounds do historically, it could swing those tides. I don't know if that's going to happen this round. Only one set of util in the hands of Ins to make something happen, and it is probably just going to be this upper bust at some point.
Yeah, there's only one player on A. It's only SNX, really. I think it was because of the smokes. They had no information on Yard, maybe thinking, okay, someone could have gone secret.
Just trying to get a flash out to force a Molotov, perhaps. There's only one left. It is on ramp, though, so
yeah.
In terms of defensive utility, ORKS have got nothing but guns. However, that might do them just fine.
That one flash baits out so much of that CT util. It's crazy. And plenty of time on the clock. Ins.
Here it comes.
Waiting for that moment to strike. Molly going to be dropped with a flash on the backside. Where do they go from here? SNX has pushed into Hut again, and he's looking for so much info. At close range, no one's ready to shoot back. SNX going to be able to find 3 there. Bomb on the ground. And another round in the bag for ORKS, unless Ins chiming in. Looking for something with that wall bang. Spam it again. Tech 9 not going to be working as HS S takes another.
That was an awkward timed up hit, right? They were all grouped for a ramp play. I don't know if they were just trying to show bodies ramp to fake that, but Olim just sees them two guys jumping back with the bomb to hut. SNX is already here. The main player's too late. It's not the best time to execute onto top site. Of course, SNX makes it a lot harder than it ever had to be.
Yeah, they make it. They want to do a double fake, but SNX tucks in into that position in perfect timing. They don't really expect it. We'll see what Grayhound decides to do now.
Oh.
Faster door play.
They stack, they hit a tag, but out into the A site, they've realized that it's been fairly undefended at the starts of rounds, and this is no exception. They get A and B, and they're still left Vexite on top site. That's not a bad position to be in post plant. He can late cut down Vent, but they're coming from ramp right now. It's two players moving
He's
through.
in A. A is empty.
Well, they got that util.
Oh, Lee, I saw him.
Oh, get away from ramp. Smoke and Molly.
So weird.
But in the meantime, Veggie to be able to make that trade happen, but they can pop up Vent at any given moment. I think the bomb is still on the upper side, so they've gone for the nice rotation. Sicko cutting this one off with the pre-lobby control and a 4v3. Two of the Hounds worse for wear, but it looks like ORKS are respecting this util.
I love so wild. This is like the fake sort of door pop, but go down vents. But the guy who popped into A didn't see anyone, so he's like, guys, there's no one here. Can you just come back up? And he's like, there's no one B either. But we didn't really open the door, so yeah, it makes more sense to go back A. I don't think they've ever encountered this sort of a situation when they ran this strat, but it was a good call in the end to go back up. Not much ORKS can do besides save. They were expecting a more of a default, sort of using the smokes outside. They were playing for yard. So it was a great read from the side of Grayhound. And we saw some of these a lot of set calls on Mirage too, and Nuke is a map that actually you can do that to a good extent. You know, you can have preset even things if they're defaults. Okay, we'll use these smokes, then we'll fake A and finish ramp, for example.
It's a great T side to force conditioning util early as well. If you're not getting those early mollies in, if you're not starting heavy A, you're going to be in a lot of trouble on CT side. So something that Ents always have their opponents afraid of. These quick upper pops. Util comes through. It's going to be ORKS bringing the pace, though. Rushing into lobby with two players. Veggie just gets that kill and leaps out.
Yeah. Bomb not spotted, though. But they'll take the numbers advantage every day of the week. Stacking the upper side this time. Grayhound slowing things right down. Forced to with that early round aggression from the CTs. Hello setup. And Olymp again. He found success with a swing here before, and it looks like we're going to see that one more time. Ali finds this pick. Olymp just picks the right moment to strike. There it is. Deja vu for me. Ali won't be able to find the third, and now in a 2v3. Grayhound still have a shot. Smoked off, though, lobby control in the hands of ORKS. And they're going to have that buddy system still over towards the ramp side. SNX hoping he can find a line. He's on that off angle, but Sicko gets spammed through the corner. And a 1v3 ends one of these on Mirage. 40 seconds to play with here. Can he do it again? Ooh, there's the answer.
Yeah, some more aggression from ORKS. They don't care, really. You could see first the early hot rush, basically, from the two players getting the entry on Lias, and then the re-aggress lobby because they weren't really playing for outside. But, I mean, that was a bit overzealous since Grayhound didn't even throw smokes outside yet. So they might just be standing there waiting for you, and you could see the guys who were pushing door really just died, but the ramp players managed to get a couple of more kills, and you can see the frustration on the side of Grayhound clearly visible now.
Vocally visible too, but in comes the push. They know one's in the smoke. Vexite let them go all past. 4CT blind there, and Vexite unable to find anything when he had all that information. Oh,
they were all blind. How is no one getting the kills?
They just played the get out of jail free card. It's ridiculous.
That is a robbery. That definitely is. Straight into the pocket for ORKS, and now Grayhound in a load of trouble on this T side. Can't be stringing rounds together. First half slipping through their fingers very quickly.
I feel like both SNX and Veggie should have been dead immediately, right? They were blind. It felt like the Grayhound players had an advantage. They saw Veggie in CT vents, and he still got 2 kills.
Even Milky just dives through that main smoke and lives to tell the tale. They love this upper rush, and it might work out with pistols. Bit of pace behind it. Double entry off the Tech 9s, but the quick flank will deny. Bomb plant allowed this time. Vexite's got that cover with the M4 too. They're going to try and set up to retake from Heaven. A flash getting lined up in spawn for Milky. They're going to try hunt elsewhere. That was such an important kill. One Vexite had to take, but now it's Olin closing it instead. They needed some space back. They needed something. So Grayhound give it a go, but again, a post plant saved by the bell.
Look at this. We're 10 rounds in. Olymp on 13-3, and SNX as well. A similar scoreline.
Well, this is like making me a little bit sick. Okay, this is timeout music. Finally. I mean, it's a little bit, this is the wild, wild west from Grayhound. It's, you know, okay, so we lost a couple of rounds, we're doing this A-pop, it didn't work out, so let's half-buy, call the same thing again. Just, when you lose a frustrating round like this, you know, take a timeout, talk it through, right? I don't know if this is like, again, we're seeing it. Fine, you know, Grayhound takes a timeout, but the problem is, when you don't have a coach, and also, so this is just the guy who's calling, he takes a timeout and sort of either explains himself a little bit better what he wants to do, or someone else asks for a timeout. Hey, can we calm this down?
Yeah.
You know, but there's no overarching voice that's sort of telling them what they need to do or what's going wrong, or either like holding players a little bit accountable for their body language and attitude and all those sorts of things. This has been this is round 11 now, and we haven't really seen something sort of slower and methodical from Grayhound.
As the local, what do you make of it, Mac? You know, well, actually, we'll hold this off.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a little bit, but this round could be over before it started. Sicko going down and losing that outers control. ORKS looking to just keep on pushing forward here too.
And that's a great read from ORKS. Timeout, okay, they haven't done anything slow, they haven't used yard. Let's try to do the yard setup again. They have to try and do something.
Ali. Not able to get that second.
He's still going.
Yeah. He just loves putting this pressure in through Trophy. He's dropping the defensive molly to stop the push into lobby. They need to do something here. And Olymp, he's feeling it right now. The full disrespect from him. Veggie as well, locking down the door. And Vexite in a 1v2 to try to get a third.
You know what ORKS is doing? They're making Grayhound play their own game. Right? Like they're going for this chaos. They're pushing through, you know, Olymp is like taking fights from Trophy. Like that isn't necessarily by the book good CS, but who cares if he's winning the fights? Works for ORKS, right? So what can you do if you're Grayhound? You go to that level, like, and you try to play it that way and embrace the chaos? No, you should probably, you know, you're quote-unquote the better team. You're the more experienced. You should know how to beat this and sort of punish these plays. Post up, punish the aggression. You know it's coming, but I think Grayhound, just all the frustration and the losing streak and everything, I don't think they're really aware of that, and they're falling into that trap of playing ORKS' style.
I mean, this is disrespectful. That round is a perfect example. 5-on-4 with the outside. They still double push ramp. Then they double push hut. It's just so, it's, you know, to a degree coordinated, but also just out of nowhere.
They're trying to fight fire with fire, Hugo, but you don't fire with fire.
Where's the water?
No, we talked about this last season. You actually do use fire to fight fire.
Well,
you have to like cut it off.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But some water would be nice as well.
Water can work.
Can they extinguish a flame at the back of the site? SNX can't pull that molly. They're very close right now. He's going to try and drop the smoke. That's a death as Alistair creeps in. They have to win this round. 4-on-3, no excuse.
Oh, Veggie in the vent. 2 men here, in fact.
Surely they save.
And they're thinking about it. 9 rounds already on the CT side. You did mention Yanko. You want to see him get an 11 or 12 to have a shot here, but 3v3. And it's Nuke as well. It's not too far of a expedition to get back to that A site. But being stuck on the lower side, you can see they're not moving.
So let's talk about that. I was going to mention the other round. We lost Kingfisher for Grayhound back in the player break. You know, is there a prospect coach on the line? Who would you recommend from the scene? Is there something Grayhound should be looking for?
I don't think you go to the scene. I think you go somewhere else, right? You find someone from Europe, as Yanko was saying in that first map. You find someone that can just execute that discipline, try to help out with the game plan.
Even if they practice from Australia, you wake up like 8 a.m. in Europe, and that's 4 p.m. in Australia. Like maybe, you know, there's you can work around it perhaps just a little bit. You're just there to keep them in check so they're not fooling around. Even if you're practice, your opponents are bad, you know, and they can't really match up against you individually. You're not playing to beat them, you're playing to beat some other team. So focus more on that stuff. And then when you get to Europe, you'll get a reality check in practice when it comes to the individual skill. And that's where you do the most of your work. And in that week boot camp or 10 days boot camp that you do before coming to a tournament in Europe, that's where you really nail it down and you focus hardcore. You can't tell me that these players they're not terrible individual players, right? That they can't at least show us some results at this point. I mean, look at the array of teams we've had with upset wins and so on, right? It's just about the team play aspect isn't there, and
yeah.
I mean, you're talking, EU coaches. Look at Tensky on the other side of ORKS, right? That's a surprising addition. Old school player who's been to the top. Vexite again running amok out A site. Had some entries come through here, but in a 4-on-5 with significant molly damage down the vent. This one comes at a cost. Big shot for Liaz. Maybe they can break back.
Potentially the saving grace. Molly buying time for the vent drop to come through from Veggie, and that bomb will go down on B. ORKS looking to posture for this retake. 3 towards the ramp side. They've loved to retake from that side, but Ali, how long is he going to hold this ladder? How long is he going to sit in vent and wait?
He has to play late. His teammates have to play first, and then after a trade kill happens, that's only when Veggie can go down. I think they're wasting too much time with these smokes. They have so much utility. While they use it all, will there be time to defuse?
It's ridiculous. Ali's going to be going through single, swinging, looking for that trade, but the time, as you mentioned, has gone way too far. Liaz dropping the cross to sight, and it's a nice plant for him to defend. ORKS outplay themselves by just squeezing out too much time.
Beautiful shooting from Liaz in that round. That's more like it. Yeah, the timing of Veggie dropping was great, but it was because it was so late. Alistair already went back to B. He's able to kill the only guy who's ever going to be able to get on the bomb, which is the first guy out ramp.
I mean, Grayhound smoked off one side of ramp. It's okay, you guys have 3 smokes, 2 mollies, 2 flashes. You know, you can use your own counter utility and move. In the end, that one smoke really won the round for Grayhound. That shouldn't have been like that, really, but hey. You'll take anything at this point, man.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of motivation. 4 rounds on the T side, not the worst thing. And if they can get 2 more, then maybe we're cooking with gas. But Nuke just going to be playing around the edge of the smoke. Will get tagged up and punished. Sicko going to be able to find the first. And it looks like Greyhounds, they are off to the races. They are off to Secret and looking for as much map control as possible.
About time they used the smokes down B, right? But I don't think they were ready for HS and Garage after seeing the AWP up close. Sicko back walks into him. 4-on-4 with a smoke down at B. SNX. This is a guy you actually do want to fight. He's got the worst gun in the round. Nice flick back for Inns. And Grayhound now dancing with death. Olive looks for a trade. We know ORKS like to take a re-swing, and it will get punished. That's a big kill at least. Clears out lower. Can ORKS rotate up in time? Because now the info's there. Both players in Secret. Grayhound have the plant.
3v2. Should be around where they lock down every day of the week, but you're looking at ORKS, you're looking at the money, and you're looking at where we are in the half. Surely they just save these weapons, the AK, the M4, across to the next instead, and they're going to be doing just that. Look at it. Tucking away in decon. I want to have a quick chat about Vexite. I feel like this is probably his worst performance in a tournament so far, and it sucks to see, but I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's not sleeping well. Maybe he's getting a little bit shaky. He had, a good map on Mirage, right, once he started the fire up in that second half. But the issue was, it's coming in drips and drabs. And right now, 3-13, he has been a key piece of the puzzle for Grayhound in the last couple of months when they have gone international, right? His entry work has been really good, but you're looking at him running out door right now. He's getting shut down and just barely whiffing on all these ORKS members. It's uncharacteristic. It's not what we're used to seeing from him. He's young, he's sharp, he's really damn good at Counter-Strike. I've watched that for the last couple of years now, and he needs to be lifting the nation on his back. So if he can turn this performance around in this series, it might be exactly what Grayhound need.
Definitely has the mechanics. 18 years of age. Need him now more than ever. On the flip side, the bottom-rated player of the entire tournament in SNX is top of the server. So we really are in the upside-down land right now as ORKS look to find double digits to the end of the half. They've had to dig deep into the coffers. Not much money here. Flash play, but that flash hit Olymp, so there's a cue, a sound cue, a warning for Liaz to get that entry kill. And he wants to go around, but he knows there's more in store as that flash comes in. They're pushing through the smoke. A one step too far, perhaps, Liaz. Can he survive the night? Can he live to tell the tale? They've got the bomb.
It's good scouting. It's good communication to allow Liaz to be ready for that flank on the ramp side. Whoever it was on T-Roof that spotted it, managed to get it across in time. Sicko going to go for the flank, but it's all going to be about how silent he can be. And the CTs, they're playing a really interesting game. Giving up the bomb.
They've got to reset quick.
Nice bit of movement to sneak their way into pre-lobby again.
That smoke will run out before anyone even gets the bomb. Grayhound are taking so much time. No way you walk through this. Oh. That's crazy. That's insane. And Grayhound, they're going to pick up 6 at the end of the half. The last 4 in the T side. So not a bad finish for Grayhound, but it will be if they can't win the map. This could be Grayhound eliminated first from ESL Pro League here on Nuke.
Can they rise to the occasion, or can ORKS do it in 2? They still have that lead. Moving into the deep second half. But this is where they've gone a little awry before. The T side on Nuke, it's not looking good. Harry showed us the timelines of their previous games. Vitality and Astralis destroying them on this map. But the Hounds are a different ballgame. A little easier when you look at the skill sets between these teams. But is it going to be a quick one like we saw in that first half? ORKS going to rush upper as well.
I feel like with no pistol, ORKS are down here.
Ooh, bold prediction. Well, let's see if they can get that pistol and refute the madness that this map has been. Vexite, a slow start, but he will find that opening kill here in the pistol round. As they attempt to drop down the vent, they'll make it with a coupled good shot for Milky in the final bullet. And will they follow? Two already on ramp side. Moving in is Sicko, trying to take some position as Inns hits a couple of headies and drops that bomb as well. This pistol might fall by the wayside. They're looking for the lurker, but he still sits in lobby.
Cheeky bullet from these Glocks onto Inns and Vexite could turn the ship around. A damn fast SNX still hunting here.
Good reposition from Alistair.
One body shot might do it. Headshot found.
Where are you going, bro?
Bomb in the vent.
Like, you wanted to go heaven and your player to go up vents? What? Oh, hello.
Oops! And he's found
Fitting
it.
end to this pistol.
Yeah, that was an attempt. I mean, he knew he was being hunted on B from ramp, but they never heard Alistair sneak down behind, so he was the surprise. Thought they had a path back upper.
And that's the first pistol for Grayhound this series.
Wow.
Crispy shots coming out from Inns there.
Bomb. So it's done, Yanko, you think? Go to 3?
Yeah, it's over.
Take us to Ancient.
All right, let's just put a bow on it.
Well, they need, like, what? ORKS need 4 gun rounds at the very least to win this game now. Right? Or 3 and some BS half-by Deagle rounds, something like that. I don't think they have that in their tank on this map.
Well,
Yeah.
that was a convincing one.
Well, they were playing very confident in the CT side. Some smoke pushing a little audacious at times, so we'll see if they come through confident with their first gun round here on the T half. Go straight into smokes outside, start setting the conditioning of this T half.
Yeah, even the smokes aren't a prerequisite here since there's a lot of MP9s. You can just swing yard. You have the advantage with the AK, so let's see what they decide to do.
Scout is round.
Yep, going out as Sicko. Wrong tool for the job at the back of Warehouse, but if there is a smoke push coming through, he could be rewarded, and that's exactly what he's going to see. No one's even looking at him. Might be able to find the upgrade too, depending on where ORKS go.
Oh, the bomb's delayed by the molly. He just goes through. Doesn't want to lose it in the yard before the smokes fade.
Down to the depths for the ORKS. Understandable. It is a place they like to be, and it's a place where they thrive too. SNX going to be able to take Inns there. Trying to transition in towards the B site. Ali scoped on in, but it's just a scout here. So see how much damage he can get done. And ORKS pumping the brakes, waiting for the CTs to overstep.
Lurking on roof as well. Are they going to go back up vent, Yanko? It's the pistol all over again. MP9 is here. Oh. Liaz can't close that kill. And Vexite's locked in, trapped behind the vent. He needs another. Liaz getting nothing from the hut roof with an MP9.
Crazy.
Grayhound is still 2 on upper and they can't get a kill. More than 1, rather.
Well, Sicko.
Sicko can find this kill. Maybe they have a chance. 2v2.
No kit.
No kid.
73 HP, and time's still on their side though. But where is Ali going to be able to come from? Nade towards the door, drawing a lot of attention. But Ali taking so long.
More realistically, try to find the 2 kills.
Kid on the ground there. Over towards CT vent, so there is a reality where this works.
Tag.
There's the tag, and the nade to follow might just do it. Great bowling, and that's going to be that. Ali picks up the kit in the meanwhile, and the retake works out for the Hounds.
That's
9-9. That's the tied game.
That's a sick round from a Grayhound on the retake, considering how poor that upper hold looks as ORKS fly up vent. They sneak in with a couple of seconds to spare, a kit grabbed at CT vent, and a duck to do it.
And I think this frag, why is SNX here? The bomb is planted, A. I think he wants to go for the heaven lurk.
They are loving it right now.
Relax, you're 3v2, you know. They have to come to you. I think that was really unnecessary. That sort of gave Grayhound away back into the round. And
Ali asked the right question. He said, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Vexite. A4 in hand, and not going to be caught off by the flash. It's gone to the right side, and Liaz holds down for 2 as well. A-site defense looking stellar. Bomb on the ground, and all the Hounds are here to join the party. SNX with just the Mac 10. is going to be last alive in the 1v3, and this nade is going to try to bowl him over again. Good damage.
He'll go back to heaven.
We'll bang him. He'll go back to heaven.
Oh, he's jumping.
One more shot. One
He's
more
hopping.
shot. Hit it. Go on. I mean, ramp is open right now, Yanko. Oh, no, any ladder will do, actually.
Any ladder will do, just any elevation, really.
Save is fine here, though. Kind of unwinnable. Nice double for Milky on the attempt, but Liaz double up himself from the hut roof this time. And that goes a long way for Grayhound.
Yeah, these rounds, these A-pops are all dependent on basically the flashes and the guy who's coming in first to get the entry kill, so it creates some space. If you don't get that first kill, the rotation comes in quick. You're usually caught in some sort of a crossfire and it goes terribly wrong, like we saw here. Felt like ORKS, you know, had a chance in that previous round here if they could have won this one, but now it's starting to look grim. They're going to have half-buy after this. Grayhound in a good position to go 11-9 up.
Not much talking going on right now.
Not much to say, really. Just, hey, 5, 4, just chilling there.
Count that time down. Harry, how's your reference game?
Who?
Hugo, how's your reference game? I got
Fucking
done.
hell,
I'm
man.
so
It's
sorry.
It's happened.
I'm sorry.
I'm up to double digits in the 4 days of Pro League. I think everyone, production has done it.
It's because
casters have done it.
on the thirds, it
Jesus
said just Harry,
Christ.
and it was in my head.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Because
Don't
you guys
worry.
have such little personality that it's easy to confuse you.
I guess so, man. I guess
You
so.
could never confuse me with someone. Look at my thick accent.
Too many H's coming out of bloody
You're
UK.
unforgettable, Yanko.
Henry, Harry, Hugo.
Don't worry, guys.
Get a new letter.
That's fine.
Oh, SNX, change of the pace. Will he be able to make his way in? Sicko gets the better of him from the back of Warehouse. And there's going to be no timings found by ORKS just yet. But those nip smokes denying a world of info to the Outers members from the Hounds. We'll see if ORKS are going to be able to get the better of Ali, who's not in the best position to deal with a couple of pistols running at him. He has no help in hand just yet. Needs to do it himself. Gets the first. 2 more to find. But second strike comes through in the form of Ali again. Sicko gets the headshot onto Milky, and these pistols ain't working out for ORKS.
Go heaven.
Yeah, it's not SNX. That's his play.
Oh.
Saw him.
I don't think Sicko did. Only Veggie has that info. And why look where he's going to go. 11-9. Grayhound doing it as Yanko predicted. Clean CT side, yet to drop a round and looking to win their first map of EPL. Taking us to Ancient. Do they become favorites there in map 3?
Who, Grayhound?
Yeah, the numbers aren't great.
I think they have to be the favorite. On any map, really. They should be the favorite. But let's see how this goes, Hugo. It's not over yet.
True.
SNX with the Mac-10. They have the op on Milky, so that tells you maybe some slower rounds. Smokes outside, him peeking over the smokes. A fast silo play.
Ooh. Crossing secret. This is dangerous. The smoke is not going to do much to help Alistair. And he doesn't look up either. Fast out ramp now, 5-on-4. They catch him off guard. Sicko still hits his shot, but they're coming through that smoke with a trade. Need that help player. Not there in time. 3-on-3, they reset. Locked in the trophy room right now. They still want to fight for this. Smoke and flash will do, but there's 2 from Grayhound and 2 from Vexite specifically. He's really recovered. What was it, 4 kills in the first half? He's already up to 13.
Might have even been 3. By the way, big effort from him. Veggie, 1v3, and now with that bomb on the ground. Grayhound trying to figure out how they want to play this one up top. Vexite looking through the hole. Is just keeping eyes on the door.
I think you're right, it was 3. So he's added 11 kills in the second half, and we're only 5 rounds in.
I think the most important kill was the one that we actually didn't see. Thanks, Rush. When ORKS were still in the 4v3 for a brief second was when Vexite pushed hot and got the kill on a player in lobby. You know, if he dies there, that round's pretty much over. It was this one. That was on the offer. That was on the bomb. Right, and after that, he's able to get 2 more.
Fucking big deck. Hold on. You're an animal.
You're a dog. It's got that dog in him.
He does have that dog in them.
Nice protocols from Grayhound as well, after they still managed to hold on to that ramp control, collapsing and locking him into trophy.
And again, no bomb planned for ORKS, right? So it has to be another half buy. They were close in a couple of these early rounds, but not being able to close them out really hurts. And it's not looking good, Hugo.
It's looking poor on the T side. Fast outside with the smokes. A couple of pistols. Third one does land. Good spam, but they come through this time with a flashbang. However, everyone's blind, and so it didn't help HS much as Inns gets away with a double kill. Can he survive? Surely not. They're running to heaven, though. They do love it. SNX with his back turn, that silencer. Deadly. As Grayhound find 13. These rounds are interesting.
Yeah, not really thriving in the chaos anymore. ORKS.
True.
Looking the wrong direction.
They haven't
More
tried.
like dying in the chaos.
Yeah. Got him.
Got him.
Gotti.
What's this? SNX just like moonwalked in, man. Yeah, Norp and everything.
He even got dinged by his teammate with a Glock.
That flash is a big problem, right? Because if HS isn't full blind, he can easily kill the garage player there, take out Inns, grab a gun. Another rush here for Grayhound. They're doing their best ORKS impression.
Some taste of his own medicine. Push from the ramp side. Olymp not going to be able to survive this time. Ali, lucky to be alive here, playing around Unbreakable, but can he find a timing? HS going to be sliding his way. Get out of there. Going to make a bit of cash at credit.
Run.
But it looks like Ali is just swinging around. That smoke will fade at some point, and the man is in a one-and-done position. It gets worse. It's gotten worse. Somehow he's not hit that one in the 4v2. Liaz and Inns, what can they do?
Dead.
Now, of course, Liaz will survive. Inns is still upper. Does that send them upper after the M4 holds them back? They're going to group for B, but they're going to go through ramp. This will force the secret players to wait for some time here, as ORKS have to sneak all the way down towards the lower bomb site. Liaz doesn't know it, but he's got a lot to do right now. Is there a door open, a window broken, a way in?
SNX can see heaven.
He's thinking about it. Liaz is a big reaggress, but he won't catch the kill, aiming upper. As Milky gets that frag, now lower's open for business, and Inns has run through the lobby, so Veggie knows. And they both come back to fight together. I like this. Just end the round.
Oh, knife out at the wrong moment. Nade across to the side to try and play around with something, but it's another round in the bag for ORKS. Job's not done yet for the Hounds.
First round on this T side worth noting, right? Big streak of 7 in a row for Grayhound on this recovery arc.
And if anything, they're not getting shut out, right? They're finding openings here and there. Some rounds have been close. They have been finding success on yard, you know, when they do the smokes and try to go secret, they were finding trades, at least creating some space. So if I'm ORKS, I'd stick to that. I just put enough bodies there that even if Grayhound goes for a yard setup, you're able to sort of break it and you're aware of it. Which is exactly what Grayhound does.
Is HS going to go through the smoke? He's done it twice already. Both times died with nothing. Safe route to secret. Bomb on the ramp ready. Sicko with a lot to do in this round.
Slow approach so far. Ali going to be taking this contact. Allowing Sicko to be snuck away into that short corner. Will he get cleared? Molly close.
He has all nades.
He's not going to be losing too much if he does fall. Speaking of falling, HS hits the ground, so that lurk it out is now out of the equation. Sicko dodging the flash and letting Ali take this contact. Flash. Oh, doesn't matter. Sicko going to be able to find one, swinging together and doing work. Didn't need util to make that round happen. And 1v5. It's not looking like Snacks was to be touching this with a 10-foot pole back into a 30-second wait in T-spawn again. Do you have a story for us, Hugo? What were you doing this morning?
Sleeping. You know, you
nice. Thanks for that, Hugo.
You asked me for a story, but then you constricted it. You limited it to this morning. So maybe I have some stories, but I don't have any about today.
Let's start again. You still got a good minute. Tell me a story. Spin me a yarn.
I'm not much of a...
Jesus,
I've
well, you do
Even
this
if
for
you
a
No,
stay
no, you've
out of
constricted
the
me.
corner.
All right, let's start again. Oh, you haven't
I
constricted
don't
me.
know,
I've got no
ask me
stories.
for a joke, maybe, and I can get one of
Oh,
those.
yeah,
orcs
one of those.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of those awesome jokes.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. Oh, no, the round's ending. I guess we got to talk about the Counter-Strike. I don't have to talk about myself, you're telling me? That's
that
fantastic.
was after time that they found the kill. So SNX only has 1,000 left in the bank. And
Blimey.
Grayhound on 14. ORKS is buying here. Everyone else has money. And he can even get a drop, like a pistol drop from one of his teammates. Perhaps even a Galil from Veggie. So they'll have to buy. This time around, you could see, you know, the goal. They wanted to just throw a weak fake A and HS to show himself from secret, like they wanted to split A and then pop on ramp. But you could see even once HS dies outside, the players start running on ramp. So Seiko has early info because of his position, and Alistair is just still there. You know, those are some small details really that can make a difference. So Milky again with the op. He doesn't have a great spawn, so can't really go for some early aggression.
He was a star back on Mirage, so hoping for some opening kill attempts somewhere with this AW.
Ali hitting the hops. Posted straight through door. That's a lot of info. And he's going to hear a couple of those footsteps at Outers initially, but ORKS going sneaky behind these L smokes.
Too secret.
It's going for the commit.
And I like this call. I just group up a little bit more, but there's 3 guys downstairs already from Grayhound.
The hard read. Jump in. That's going to be the contact. Vexite.
The bait.
Able to swing off the util to...
Oh, they might catch him.
There's the molly. And Vexite not going with it, just sitting there to punish. ORKS, though, don't really have anywhere else they can go. They've
flash.
gone all in. How's the timing? No good. Mac 10 not going to be creating the space they're looking for. Vexite happy just to hold. He's going to find 3 big heads. Make it a 4th. Man's woken up. We called on him.
Crikey. That's a round. Liaz and Vexite.
You can't be the first one to say crikey.
No one else has. You've had your chances. You've only got a couple of games left for Grayhound, but Vexite is trying to make it a 3rd map of first 3 mapper, 3 kills on a T side, and now up to near 20.
That's
This
it.
was sick.
I've got to save some of these zingers, right? Because if we use them all at the start of the first week, then I'm going to have nothing for the second. Couple of
True, you got
crikes.
Rooster flying in.
Yep.
Are they here yet?
Well, roosters don't fly, you see. They're going to be on a plane, you know, packaged up in a couple of cages.
I would say a
You'll
plane
have a lot
flies.
of crikey opportunities with Rooster, but okay.
Are Rooster here yet? Are they in Europe?
They've been boot camping, yeah.
Lovely.
4 of the 5. Not all of them.
Respect. 4 of the 5? What, so one has 300 ping, or they're playing with a standard?
They're playing with a stand-in. Either way, this round is certainly ahead, certainly away with us. 20 seconds in, and 4 are dead. Vexite looking for more. That's going to be the bomb on the ground, and he's swinging, waiting. Milky going to be able to trade from default. But where to from here? Ali going to be locking down that left side. Ins drops the bomb again, and might even drop the map in the bag. Oh, it ain't done yet. Milky falling, hitting the ground, and the Hounds are going to Isengard, or Ancient. I don't know which one it is.
Crikey.